featuring Drake University football. Head football coach Rob Ash and your host Mick Trier. Brought to you in part by Capital City Buick, Des Moines' new value leaders. And by Home Team Pizza. Free, fast delivery. It's a hit.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Rob Ash Show. Glad to have you along, and as you can see by a smiling coach here, another win for the Drake Bulldogs, 23-3 over Valparaiso. Coach, congratulations, a great win.
Thank you, Mick. It was a total team win. The defense played a spectacular game. Offense finally got moving, and we got a couple field goals. You know, the kicking game came on, helped us too. It was a very satisfying win.
You know, we don't want to start singling out anybody, but Roy Fletcher really played well in this ball game. Career high for him, and even set some records as well for himself. And 8 receivers, is that right? He had 8 receivers in the game?
He threw the ball to 8 different people in the game, and that's just part of our offense. We try to balance things up. We try to divide the ball around to different people so you can't key on anybody. And Roy's the perfect guy to be running that style because he doesn't care who he throws to or whether we run the ball or how we get it done. He just wants to move the chains, get first downs, and get points on the board. He did a great job on Saturday.
And you mentioned the defense, of course. They continue to play well.
Well, it was a spectacular performance. Valparaiso came out. They've had a high-powered offense all year. They drove right down the field, got a field goal, but that was a good accomplishment by our defense to hold them to a field goal because they were really hot. And then from then on, no points on the board. It was a great job.
Coach, it was a must-win, and they got it.
It was a day we had to win to set ourselves up to stay alive for the championship, and our players really want that, and they played pretty hard.
Well, it was an exciting game on Saturday, and we'll take a look at those highlights of this Drake win right after this.
Quality, style, luxury, everything you've come to expect from Buick. Selection, service, value, all you can expect when you visit Capital City Buick. From the Skylark to the Park Avenue Ultra, Capital City Buick offers Central Iowa's largest selection of new Buicks and has quietly built a reputation for genuine service, not pressure. Capital City Buick, Des Moines' new value leader.
Hi, this is Tom Baldwin, owner of Home Team Pizza. That's the only place you can get Des Moines Super Large or Large, that fantastic 16-inch pizza. You already know we make our dough every day from scratch, and so it's the freshest anywhere. And you already know we guarantee delivery in 30 minutes or you get your pizza free. But believe it or not, there's still some people that don't know that our larger large pizza with single topping is only $7.99, and it's absolutely delicious. So call Home Team Pizza right now for your larger large.
You may have made a difference in someone's life. We can't tell you their name or anything about them. We can tell you that by using or being a designated driver like 80 million other Americans, you've made a very real contribution. You see, drunk driving fatalities declined by 32% in the last 10 years. We salute America's designated drivers, and we urge everyone to join you. By doing what's right, you're making things better. A message from Budweiser.
When the delivery time of gasoline, diesel fuel, and motor oil supplies is crucial to Iowa industry. Timely personal service and quality Conoco products at an affordable price that service professionals and their customers can depend on. Parker Oil Company of Des Moines, Iowa.
And welcome back to the Rob Ash Show. Coach, going into this ball game, I'm not real sure if Valparaiso knew how good Drake is, and Drake didn't know how good Valparaiso is right now going in. What did you think?
I thought Valparaiso was very good because they had defeated Butler the week before, and of course Butler beat us 2 weeks prior to that. So, you know, when they had a win against Butler and they had played so physical against Butler's good physical team, I wondered how we would match up. And when they came on the field, I thought they were really going to be tough and impressive because they looked so good in their uniform. But our guys have a lot of heart, and they're strong, and we matched up pretty well as the game went along.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights of this football game. It started out to be kind of a drizzly, kind of a nasty day.
It wasn't a great day. It rained most of the morning, but by the time the game came around, it wasn't really raining, and the turf wasn't bad. There were some slippery spots, but it worked out to be pretty decent, better than playing in an all-out rain mix. So we thought we were in pretty good shape, but I'll tell you, Valparaiso came right out, firing on all guns. They passed here to Doug Holick, who's an excellent receiver. Then on a third down play, here's we broke that pass up. That's right. Defense started to come back, and then on third down play here, they hit Ozzie Young, 23, who's a very, very powerful weapon for Valparaiso. He knocked Donnie Stark out on that play right there, literally out of the game with that good hit. But our defense stiffened up after that reception. Good job of defending the toss sweep. And then the quarterback's going to try to run an option, but Craig Ortworth beat his man and brought him down from behind. So it put Valparaiso in a 4th down situation at the 10-yard line, and they didn't get a very good kick off there, but it was through the uprights, and so they started out with a 3-0 lead. But it was a good stop for our defense to get them shut down. Offense didn't move, but the defense now got going. Todd Lee, 63, with a good sack on the quarterback. Here we go, another good pressure on the quarterback, and Kerman Mason with outstanding coverage. Really, he had a better chance to catch the ball there than the receiver did. Offensively, they were very tough to move against because they were physical and they brought a lot of pressure. So we began to go to some short passes, which you'll see mostly in the game. That's our game plan. That was a pass to Grabansky from Fletcher. Here we are with a trap up the middle. Really nice blocking inside by our center and 2 guards, and Charlie Schimberg making a good gain. Kind of got us out of our own territory for the first time. Now Roy again, you can see all these people coming in on him, but he dumps the ball off to Charlie Schimberg. Really good play there. Charlie outruns one defender, gets an excellent gain down inside the 30-yard line. So the offense was beginning to pick them apart a little bit. We got ourselves in a 4th and 1 situation, and we've been getting these 4th and 1s converted fairly well during the course of the year, but Valparaiso really was tough up the middle. We brought the chains out here. We only had probably a foot to go, or a foot and a half to go. And after they marked the ball and stretched the chain out here, you can see we missed it by a few inches. So we didn't get any points on the board. We were still behind 3-0. And that was very discouraging because we had driven all the way down the field. Defense, though, continued to still play well. Great job up in the interior line. And here's what the best punter in the Pioneer Football League, but we got good pressure on him, and he shanked the punt out there. Didn't get a very good yardage. So we got the ball in back in pretty good field position. Start of the second quarter, still down 3-0. Defense continued to play well. Anthony Fuller, number 89, making his first start of the year. Did a good job there at outside linebacker, stopping the quarterback on the option play. They're checking off at the line of scrimmage here. Dropping back to pass. Quick ball over the middle. This is a 3rd and 8 play, and Tommy Becker with a great break on the ball. He had to get to that white line for a first down, and Tommy with a great break on the ball stopped him short of the first down. Unfortunately, we had to punt again. We were going through a period here in the second quarter where we didn't move very well on offense. Defense had to stop him again. Craig Ortworth with a great rush. That was a screen pass that never got to Ozzie Young. Here's another pass down the middle, tipped by Matt Garvis. Our safeties converged. Holick didn't have a chance to catch it. Defense still playing well. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Matt Garvis here on the play, stopping Valparaiso from a chance to get the first down. And Todd Lee's good push up front knocked the pulling guard off that was supposed to block Garvis. So good team defense getting them stopped. And now offense finally puts a drive together. Charlie Schimberg with a good run. And then we got ourselves in 3rd and long, so we had to pull out one of our old favorites here, Mick, the old flanker screen.
My favorite.
And we worked again, like usual. Robbie Berkeley making somebody miss out there. Really fired everybody up, got us a good first down, got the ball moving down the field. Schimberg now breaks outside, breaks the tackle. You can see they really were physical. Number 13, Shane Snyder, great tackler from his free safety position, but when you get holes like this, it's tough for anybody to stop you. Cortez Hull with a good run. Now watch this. This is going to be a bootleg, and at the top of the screen, you're going to see a guy creep in and blitz, but Roy sensed he was coming, stopped early, and got the ball out to Grabansky. Great reactions by Fletcher, great catch by Grabansky, and then they did the same thing, pressure again. Watch on the right side of your screen, Damian Mansell, number 49, is going to come across. There's an unblocked rusher, but it's man-to-man cover 0. He beat Snyder, number 13, in the man coverage for the touchdown. About a minute left in the half. So after being behind for the entire first half, we scored right before halftime and got a 6-3 lead.
Here's some of the folks that helped make this show possible. Coach, at halftime you had to feel good. Your defense is playing well. The offense is opening up some holes. And, of course, Roy Fletcher's getting ready to play some football.
Roy had a good day. You know, getting the ball to the pressure receivers. We not quite as effective as we wanted to. We thought, though, with a couple of adjustments at halftime, we could get it going, and that's what we did. We came out here in the third quarter. We had the ball first. Richie Hoskins making a catch there on 3rd and 10. We drove the ball down. Valparaiso has not had it yet in the second half. We scored right before the half, and then we scored right after the half. We did the same thing to them last year on special teams. This year it was just on offensive plays, but it gave us a 9-3 lead. That kind of got Valparaiso fired up, though. They came back down the field, got a little drive of their own going, but on 3rd down here, the option pitch was mishandled by Young, and Matt Garvis makes the stop, and so we stopped him in midfield, and they punted the ball back to us. Here's going to be a tough play for us. Fletcher has a blitz that he didn't see this time. They knocked the ball out. Roy thought he was in his throwing motion. He was very upset about the play because, you know, we turned the ball over there. We told him now it probably was a fumble. In any case, the defense was going to be able to get out there and get him stopped, and so we had the defense in a tough spot. But they did a nice job. They had pressure right there, man-to-man coverage on 3rd down. So on 4th down, they try a field goal, and this is going to be a fake. The holder is going to pick up the ball here and run to his left, and it was about 4th and 8 here. Kerman Mason is assigned to the fake. Look at him hanging on there for dear life, and a good hustle from the rest of the defense, and they stopped him about 2 yards short, so we got the ball back. That was a big play because that fumble had given an opportunity to Valparaiso to get back in the game, but the defense stopped him. Then we got our counter fired up. Cortez Hull running behind good blocks there to get a hole in the defense. Good gain. Then Fletcher again with a quick pass. We had to go to quick passes. That was 3rd and 2. A nice leaping catch by Hoskins. Then we're trying to slow Valparaiso down a little bit here with a reverse to Berkeley. You notice he's running all the plays that Briley used to run.
Yes, sir.
And he's got the wheels to do it. We got a penalty there for a late hit. So we kept on moving down the field. Here's another good pass from Fletcher to Jude Jules. Thought Jude broke his leg there. Snyder with a good hit, but then another pressure situation, and this is a pass to Grabanski that breaks the game open. Jason takes a little hitch and gets 2 good blocks from Hoskins on the play and gets in for the touchdown, and that really broke the game open. You know, Valparaiso had just had the chance before, missed the field goal try, and then we took it down the other way and got the touchdown. Big sequence of events. Now Valparaiso puts in Nick Browder, and he hits Ozzie Young right away with a big catch. Browder hadn't played. He had a sore knee from to get a piece of cartilage taken out the week before. But after that first reception to Ozzie Young, then Anthony Fuller there, number 89, makes his tackle on the sack. And then this is what Browder can do, though. He scrambled around after the quarter changed, buying lots of time. Then he flings it about 50 yards down the field, but Tommy Becker's there to make the break up, knock the ball down, and Valparaiso tried a 50-yard field goal. They had a kicker who has enough leg, but Craig Ortworth can't really see it very well on the shot there, but he got a hand on the ball, tipped it, so it was unsuccessful. We got the ball back. Now we're trying to run the clock out a little bit here, and Roy dropping back hits Damian Mansell with a good pass here. Mansell really working hard to get a first down for us. I don't like to see that ball flying out there, but at least he got the first down. And we got the field position changed. And back out again, and then Browder tried to force the ball into the secondary, and that's Darren Book, number 16, working behind Kerman Mason's block, number 2. Thought he might get in for the score. It was a big play anyway. Took the ball down to the 2-yard line. You'll see after the guys stop celebrating, you'll see Darren there, number 16, and then offense capitalized on the turnover. Charlie Schimberg taking the ball in for the touchdown, and the 23-3 lead was going to hold up. After that, they tried a few more attempts to try to get back in the game. Browder in the shotgun here. They drop back. Good pass over the middle. You can see they never quit. That big tight end, I put that on there because he was a very impressive tight end. But our defense is going to rally again. Watch Craig Ortworth at the top of the screen. He's fighting off the block of the tackle, fights off the block of the fullback, gets Browder tackled over on the sideline. He's just too good. He's been around, seen those plays too many times, and did a great job there, getting Browder down. Finally here, Browder again trying to circle out of the backfield, but Todd Lee, number 63, who probably had one of his best games, got 3 sacks on the day, and that whole front four, Todd Sauer, Lee, Partridge, and Ortworth did a great job.
And the Drake Bulldogs come away with the win, 23-3. And watching some of those highlights, Coach, Boy, I tell you what, Drake looked pretty impressive, pretty domineering there.
Well, our front line and defense, those four seniors have had a great year going all year long. And what's starting to happen is the linebackers and secondary, who were fairly young, are starting to understand now how to play this defensive scheme, and the whole package is starting to fit together pretty well.
Let's take a look at the statistics of this football game, and as always, Bulldogs own the possession time, and look at those total yards.
Yeah, the total yardage was excellent. I mean, our offensive team did a nice job nickel and diamond and moving the ball against a very physical Valparaiso defense. Valparaiso had held Butler to only 6 points the week before with Mickens and everybody. So they're a good defense, and to get 390 yards and have the ball for 33.5 minutes, I mean, that's a great job by the offense. Look at the other side, though, too, at the top of the column on the left. Valparaiso only 38 rushing yards, only 110 passing yards. That's a great defensive performance for us as well.
Let's take a look at the standings, see where they shape up.
Well, we like to see them shaping up this way, Mick, with Drake on top. Clearly, we're in a great situation right now. We've got one more conference game to play. It's against Dayton. Dayton's record, I think, is a little misleading. They've got an excellent football team. But if we win that football game next week, gives us a 4-and-1 record. We'll be the first team in the conference to complete the conference schedule, and all anybody else could do would be to tie us.
Tell you what, it's very, very tough week in and week out. This is a tough schedule, tough league. Is it even tougher than you even thought it would be this year?
I think it's tougher than I expected it would be 2 years ago when we first got into it. It was really a question mark. How's it going to be? How's everybody going to match up? Last year, we got a sense it was going to be pretty challenging. And, we had to kick a field goal at the end of 2 games last year to win. There were close games all year long, and that's happening again. And what's happened is people are starting to beat each other, which gives you a balanced race. I think it's real exciting.
Were you a little surprised, though, that you handled Valparaiso the way you did?
Well, the score was probably a little more one-sided. To beat them by 20 points, I probably wouldn't have predicted that going in necessarily. But our team's playing well right now, and if we don't allow the other team to have big plays and if we don't make any mistakes, we can be pretty tough to contend with.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at our play of the game. We also have a couple of players that we'll talk with as well about this ball game right after this.
I've been doing this forever. I don't know how to do anything else. I'm not qualified. I can't... I can hammer and stuff. I can tear stuff up. Favorite thing about stand-up comedy is when you have a great show and then people want their money back. You'd really turn it on when you get on stage. That's what it's all about, that time on stage, that get up there and just do what you do and then say thank you, good night, and don't talk to me after the show. I hate people. I'm not a people person.
Oh, good, yeah.
Are you looking for that just right place to hold your company's or club's Christmas party? Well, you found it at the Bavarian House Restaurant in Des Moines. With the cozy old-world atmosphere that enhances the holiday spirit and the most delicious dishes in Des Moines. The Bavarian House features American favorites like prime rib and chicken, along with scrumptious German dishes and a dessert menu second to none. Call today to discuss your customized and personalized holiday party at the Bavarian House. 265-5611. That's 265-5611.
To make a great Sunday brunch, start with a great view. Add something colorful and healthy. And don't forget to add something a little sinful. Add something steamy and delicious and really pile it on. Then make sure you add the right stuff, like good friends. Sunday morning at the Capitol View Dining Room. Brunch at the Best Western Starlight Village downtown once, and you'll be back for more.
Welcome back to the Rob Ash Show. Time now for our Capital City Buick play of the game. Here's head coach Rob Ash.
This week's play of the week is a touchdown pass from Roy Fletcher to Jason Grabanski with about 2 minutes left in the third quarter that gave Drake a 16-3 lead from a 9-3 lead that we had prior to this play. You can start at the beginning here. Watch Nate Schneider, our center. All the guys on the front line do a good job, but Nate picks up a blitz here for Roy, the linebacker coming in, and that allows Roy to have time to dump off against the pressure to Grabanski. Jason makes the catch, and then we're going to point out a couple blocks here by Richie Hoskins, number 4. Richie's able to twist around and get his man blocked, and then as Grabanski goes on down the sideline, you'll see that Richie's got a running down the field here with Shane Snyder, number 13, and Richie turns around and gets his hand on the front shoulder pad here. If he would have blocked him from behind, it would have been a penalty, but his right hand was in front of the shoulder pad. Grabanski was able to stay on down the sidelines and get in the end zone. That gave us the touchdown. Richie's watching the official to see if he pulls the flag out or not. The flag didn't come out. The 2 hands went up for a touchdown. It was a big play, big touchdown. It was a play that we had designed at halftime, and Grabanski and Fletcher put it together for the big play of the game.
Time now for a Home Team Pizza player interview, and like a game like this, there's too many players that you can't leave out. We have two of them this week, and Todd Kim had an opportunity to talk with them.
A career high today for Roy Fletcher and another big day for the Bulldog defense as the Bulldogs move to the one victory of a conference championship. With me, Roy Fletcher and Todd Lee. Start with you, General. Another big day for the defense. You guys really came out and played well.
Yeah, after that first drive, we shut them down. First drive, they had a little momentum going and had us on our heels, but after that, we came out and were aggressive and shut them down.
I know you guys have prepared all week for Browder, an outstanding quarterback, can hurt you with his legs as well as his arm, but they come out with Rolando, and I know you said you were surprised by that as well.
Yeah, we had no idea that he wasn't going to start. He gives them a whole nother dimension to their game because of his scramble, but when he's not in there, you can just key on keeping the quarterback in the pocket and getting a lot of pressure on him.
Well, I know you guys got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. You had some sacks, including one of Browder late in that game. It must have been exciting.
Yeah. It's the whole defensive line that helps out. I mean, it wasn't just me. Craig Ortworth flushed him back, kept him in the pocket so I could come late on contain, and that's when I got the sack.
How much confidence grows, how much does the confidence level grow as you see like Ortworth get some sacks? I mean, you guys are really a unit in there, and you've worked well together all season.
Yeah, when you see somebody else get a sack, you think, all right, I'm going to get my turn, you know. It's once one guy gets a sack, it's just momentum then.
Excited about looking ahead now to Dayton? I mean, this is a championship game, Todd.
That's what we're looking for. It's what we started this year. That was our goal, and now we got a chance. I mean, what you want to do is play for the championship. One game left, and if we win, we're champs.
It was a big day in terms of big plays for the offense, and Roy, I know they brought some pressure on you. You really had to kind of be patient, it looked like, in terms of the passing game.
Yeah, you know, they brought a lot of people, and we had to cut our routes down a little bit and just try to pick them apart, and that's what we did today.
I know early they got some heat on you, they got some sacks, but yet it's like anything else. I guess if you just wait and wait, you're going to eventually find someone open, aren't you?
Yeah, and you know, our offensive line played really, really good today. You know, they brought a lot of weird things. They brought 4 from one side, 5 from one side, 7 people, 8 people, you know, and they picked them up. And, you know, you got to count our passing game to our offensive line.
Big key, final drive of the first half, you guys get your first touchdown. I know it came off a blitz. I think you sent Mansell right across the formation, right?
Yeah, you know, it was double crossing routes, and that's the same route we used against Simpson twice. And, you know, the offensive line again picked everybody up except for the farthest guy, and he couldn't get there in time. And we just sat there and waited until he crossed and threw the ball. And things worked out well.
Go back to that. Go to that second touchdown now to Grabansky. It seemed like they brought heat as well. And I know you look for your tight ends, don't you, in pressure situations?
You know, we all our pass patterns have pressure conversions or, you know, receivers, and we pride ourselves on, you know, not getting shake up by pressure. And we can, you know, beat them by recognizing pressure, and then you can beat pressure.
Well, the run game's really come through the last 2 weeks. I know that has to help you, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, they have. Charlie Schimberg's been playing really well, and Cortez Hall's been playing good. You know, Matt Collin didn't get played today. He's a little sore on his shoulder, but, you know, he'll be ready for next week.
And next week, you talk about that, a championship game. It's all you guys really ask for, just to play for that one game for the title, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, that's why that's why I came here, to get a chance to play for a big game like that. You know, we were close last year, and you know, things just didn't happen right for us last year. But this year, you know, hopefully it'll be our turn.
Another total team effort in a Bulldog victory. Roy Fletcher, career high passing, and Todd Lee and the Bulldog defense, another big day.
And a thank you to Todd Kim. When we come back, we'll talk to the coach about Dayton right after this.
Quality, style, luxury, everything you've come to expect from Buick. Selection, service, value, all you can expect when you visit Capital City Buick. From the Skylark to the Park Avenue Ultra, Capital City Buick offers Central Iowa's largest selection of new Buicks and has quietly built a reputation for genuine service, not pressure. Capital City Buick, Des Moines' new value leader.
Hi, this is Tom Baldwin, owner of Home Team Pizza. That's the only place you can get Des Moines Super Large or Large, that fantastic 16-inch pizza. You already know we make our dough every day from scratch, and so it's the freshest anywhere. And you already know we guarantee delivery in 30 minutes or you get your pizza free. But believe it or not, there's still some people that don't know that our larger large pizza with single topping is only $7.99, and it's absolutely delicious. So call Home Team Pizza right now for your larger large.
This message brought to you by Preferred Risk Insurance, America's non-drinkers insurance company.
If we can get all the athletes and coaches in America buying into being all that God's created them to be, to understand that they are something special, then we can have an impact across America like no other group, because the athletes and coaches have the strongest influence in America today than any other group. one way to play. One way to play is rug-free. One way to live. One way to be what God wants you to be.
Sunday nights, they come to play on TNT. Good guys versus bad guys. Showdowns and shootouts. The chase, the unexpected twist, the magic. And that's why on Sunday nights, we come to play. Sunday Night NFL on TNT.
In Des Moines, watch TNT on Channel 27.
Welcome back to the Rob A. Show. Well, Coach, this is it. This is the week that you told us not to be thinking about a couple of weeks down the road. So we're already there. It's Drake against Dayton. It's on the road. Tell us how this one sets up.
Well, it's a championship game for us, Mick. Dayton still has a couple of games left to play after this, but it's our final conference game, and it's exciting. I mean, if you look at the schedule at the beginning of the year and you see that your last conference game is against Dayton, got to figure that's the road you got to travel to get to the championship. We're there. We're excited about it. Can't wait for Saturday.
History, of course, has been that Dayton's been a pretty good football team, and they've handled Drake.
They've won every time we've played them, and I'll make no bones about it. We'd like to break that string, and I think, of all the teams that I've had, each year, I think I felt a little better about the way we matched up against Dayton. I felt very good about the way we matched up last year, and we just fumbled the ball too many times. And I think finally now we're at a point where I think we can go out there and safely say this is going to be a toss-up between our team and their team, and so we'll put the past behind us and just play this game on Saturday.
Now Dayton's coming into the contest with a loss. You're coming in with a win. Is that kind of a good setup or not a good setup?
I don't think it really matters. I mean, even if Dayton had won last week, we would have still had to beat them. They would still have to beat us in order to be the conference champions. Yeah, they've got their backs to the wall. We've been there before, too. I think every game, I don't know how you can get any higher than either one of us is going to get on Saturday. It is their homecoming. There will be 8,000 or 9,000 people there. I think that's great. I mean, that's what a lot of our guys now have talked about. This is why they came to Drake, to play 1AA football, to play big games, to play in front of a big crowd, to play for a championship. And that's what we're going to do.
What one thing worries you about Dayton?
Dayton's just real sound, and they don't make a lot of mistakes characteristically, but the nice thing about our football team is we're not making a lot of mistakes either. And so if we go out and just play our regular game and, our defense plays a sound game, our offense controls the tempo like we've been able to do, we'll get in this ball game. And I'll tell you what, I like my team in the fourth quarter. I think if we're close in the fourth quarter, which we have every reason to think we can do, we'll find a way to win because our senior class, our upperclassmen feel like they know how to win, and I believe them.
They are a good football team. They're well coached. I just expect a well of a football game. Like you say, if neither team turns the ball over, this is going to be a first-class game.
Well, I think it will. I think it'll be exciting for the fans to watch. I think everybody will have a big crowd listening on the radio back here at home. And the excitement here in Des Moines has been tremendous. And we're just happy to have an opportunity to play in it. Hopefully we can bring it home.
Is this the bowl game for you?
This is our bowl game.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Hope you enjoyed the Rob A. Show. We'll see you next week right back here.